city for the evening, what you tryna do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you're missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need Jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you're at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the best to say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last today. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation.
Tonight, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida,
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
It's the NFC Wild Card Round on EA Sports.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Throwing on first down is Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Nick Bosa.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Brady. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward.
Brady's pass. Intercepted.
The 49er offense about to go to work, and it's Jimmy Garoppolo, Charles, at quarterback.
And you've got to think he's got to feel even better about his opportunity and his chances this season because remember last year, he helped carry the 49ers to the Super Bowl. But in his 2 playoff starts, 19 passes and 8 passes thrown. They relied heavily on the run game. We'll see what the game plan is in this one. But he believes that his right arm can get the 49ers back to the Super Bowl and this time help them win it.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 8-yard.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This will be caught at about the 5. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They'll try it now with Mostert. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
A gain of 2.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Brady's pass.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
The tackle made just shy of...
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Brady. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. First and goal at the 1. They'll try to run this one in.
Ronald Jones, the ball carrier.
And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1.
Leads to 2nd.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Kill. Alert. Check 13. Check 13. Go bandit.
Now the toss to Jones, running right. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And you know, a lot of talk about these 2 versus 7 games this year in the playoffs, something that we've never had before. And this one of now 6 games on Wild Card Weekend. But, you know, we've seen the 6 seed in the past make a run, Charles, so why not the number 7 seed?
And I'm still getting used to hearing 2 versus 7. You know, it's still taking me a little bit of time to get comfortable with it. But that's a great point that you just made. 6 seeds have made big runs in the playoffs, have run themselves all the way to the Super Bowl. I don't think there's much difference between a 6 and a 7, so we could see the same thing with this new playoff system.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 45-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Well, that's one stuff. We'll see if this defense has another in their back pocket.
I just wonder on the other side of the ball, do you just challenge the big guys up front? This is a short yardage situation. We ought to be able to pick this up. Or do you say to yourself, they are awfully tough. I've got to throw it on this down.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Garoppolo out wide here to Samuel. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. Touchdown, 49ers. Kendrick Bourne, 55 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
For San Francisco.
Takes it at the 7. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right?
And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
1st and 10 at the
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, He was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. The 40. Past the 20. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side. It deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Push it back. Check. Let me do.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. That is caught inside the 5. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. From 19 yards away. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Samuel bringing in the slant. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to the tight end, Werner. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And this is going to be incomplete.
Garoppolo's pass.
I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
That throw by Brady incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Brady. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
9-yard line.
On first down, Brady. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
Buccaneers, first down.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first, this one from 38. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we come upon halftime here in this. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Here's 10. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
49er first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he stopped immediately there. Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
43-yard line. A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. He finds Coleman. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 33. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Mostert. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down into half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And it's a slant to Gronkowski. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the 24, Brady. He'll find Miller. That's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now Brady. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
That's another.
Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
And the Buccaneers.
Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
At the 2-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Mike Edwards. It's a gain of 6.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score Niners 21, Buccaneers 18.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 58 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
For San Francisco.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st down.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
56, the mock boy, 56, check 56. Come on, baby. See what you got. Watch the twins. Watch the twins. Kill. Shadow. Kill.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones.
Brady's back.
It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on second down. Brady going deep this time for Miller. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. The Bucs on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, 66. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. 72. Let's go, D. Mike, 56. Check it, reload. You. 56 to Mike. 50.
Now Brady again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brady's pass.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try and run it in with Jones. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Again, it's Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again.
But he decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
You break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
Mike Evans in the Tampa offense about to set up shop. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good, too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley.
Brady's pass intercepted by the 49ers.
Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Here we go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd down now. It's Coleman. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Completes it to Samuel. And he will have the 1st before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Garoppolo able to find Samuel there for a Niners 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Tackle made.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts
On the play.
as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
The field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And that will give him a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
So here's Brady and the Bucs, down by 12, a little over 20 seconds to go. This crowd has stayed with them throughout, but they need 2 late scores to advance in these playoffs as they've got a 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
At the 27-yard line. Tonight,